everybody, Babras here for another episode of This is Our World of Warplanes. So today we're going to review a match that F22Hunter played on February 18th. I've been meaning to get to it for a few days, finally have a little bit of time. It was played on the Adriatic map in Tier 8, flying the I-250. He's got as his teammate Seahawks fan. And Seahawks fan is in the I-20, IL-20, Soviet ground attack from the tech tree. And then opponents are going to be in the Tier 8 Me-262, and there's also a Tier 7, I believe, in the IL-10. We're going to see a few mistakes from the opposing team, but Blue definitely played the match right. We'll try to find, points they can improve on, but in any case, before we start the match, F22Hunter does YouTube videos, if you're not aware, so I'll post a link to his channel in the comments below. Do kindly give him a follow and check out his videos. His production quality is great. He's a much better video editor than I am, I gotta say. I don't think my content is about the quality of the video editing as much. I hope it's about the quality of the commentary, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Alright, so opponents are Metal Gear in the Me-262 unspec'd and Arara 70 in the IL-10. So I-250, I presume, is a new plane for F22Hunter because it's not specialized. It's got a little bit of a weird kind of burst with quite a bit of dispersion from what I can see. It's not a plane I've played too often, so I can't really comment too much on it aside from what I can see on screen here. It seems like your typical kind of high caliber Soviet light fighter. Bit of hesitation here. This is the J4M, but I think it was the right thing to do to pull away and focus on the incoming human enemy, because if you don't focus on him, he'll focus on you. I can tell you that much. In the north of the map here we have Seahawks fan taking the garrison. The right thing to do in the GA. Don't go for the middle airfield first in the GA. You're just probably not going to survive. In opposition to that, if you do play the garrison like she did here, you retain most of your hit points typically for the mine that will be for sure contested. There's going to be red enemies at the mine. It's halfway between the two spawn points, so you can expect some competition there. Therefore, you should try to preserve your forces for that engagement. Alright, well, F22Hunter dies here in a dogfight, but did take almost half the airbase, which, is partial success. You can't always take an airfield first in when it's in the middle like that. They are notoriously death traps, the middle airfields, especially early in the match. You tend to have the enemy team rushing it. In this case, we see the enemy IL-10 at the airbase while the mine turns blue. Kind of hard to understand that choice of play here. I don't see why you wouldn't play the mine, at least try to take it back as soon as you can so that the enemy does not get the bonus. As things stand now, they're going to have to respawn, no surprise, because they're playing an airbase where there's typically a lot of action, and they're not in a plane that can really hold its own in a dogfight too much. So now they're respawning instead of being at the airbase, causing damage to ground targets there. So, major mistake here, I would say. Then we have F22Hunter kind of stubbornly going for the airbase. There's not really anything else for him to do. You can't really let that airbase fall if you can help it, because it becomes a liability for your mine to have enemies respawning that close to it. So you ideally have to have both the mine and the airbase to win reliably on this map. Hence was a good choice of play to play it first in too. Trust that your teammate in the GA will be able to take a garrison on her own and just take your own sector, right? Bit of extra turning here. I might have stayed with the target he was just on, but that's just me. Now he's targeting the 262 outside the sector. But it is a threat, so you have to deal with him even though he's outside the sector, because he's going to turn around and bite you in the butt. We saw that concept in our last video with a different enemy. The IL-10 is back at the airbase. What is this person doing? That's not how you play a GA. Then we have the blue GA helping us out, which is fine. I might have gone to the enemy garrison instead, but it flipped on its own from the bots, from what I can see. So no problem. Turned around a bit late there. Could have turned around a bit sooner to engage enemies faster, but you know, by this point we have superiority, so really not a big deal. And we're just gonna stick around and defend the airbase. I personally would have rushed over to the mine at this point. Once the airbase is flipped, I'm kind of gonna leave it to the ADAs to defend it. If the enemy flips it, the enemy flips it. I just want to ensure that we get 1, 2, 3 mine bonuses if possible from our mine before the enemy flips it, or actually prevent it from flipping altogether. So that's something I would have done differently here. I don't think it's going to have an effect on the outcome of this match. Seeing how they have superiority and almost a winning score already. But you should always play as if the game was really, really close, and always play optimal regardless of score and the way you think the match is going. So that can turn around pretty quick sometimes. But you know, he's getting a decent amount of kills. Struggling a tiny bit with accuracy. I think that's down to the aircraft. Especially not being specialized, your sight isn't going to be a full 478 calibrated with your two last bonus characteristics, so it's normal to miss a bit more in a non-spec fighter with quite a bit of dispersion like that. But yeah, dies only one time, only caps to one sector. Not that he needed to cap more, because the teammate GA did the job of capping the garrison and the mine. 8 kills total. Kind of a quick game, 5 minutes 47. Not the quickest I've seen, but certainly I would say below average. F22Hunter did all right there. Yeah, again, the one thing I would have changed is he did a good job actually prioritizing dangerous targets like the human 262 and the GA, I think once or twice. So that's what he did really well. What I would have done differently is I would have defended the mine rather than the airbase once I flipped the airbase. The mine is by far the most precious sector on this map. The mine becomes more valuable the fewer sectors there is on a map. So in a 4-sector map like this, it's more valuable than in a 5-sector map. Because the total winning score is only 600 as opposed to 800, and the bonus you get every 2 minutes, I think it's 2 minutes, from the mine is still 80 points. It's not scaled to the amount of points you need to win. Therefore, it is a bigger percentage of the total winning score the fewer sectors there's on the map. So you really got to prioritize it on a 4-sector map, and even more on the 1 or 2 3-sector maps that have a mine. I'm thinking one with the 2 air bases and the mine in the middle. That's typically in period 1. That one you should basically just play the mine. Leave the airfields alone unless you have good reason to go cap them. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Once again, go check out F22Hunter's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link below. If you'd like me to comment your own matches, find me on Discord. I'll leave those details also in the comments below or in the description. So don't hesitate to connect. I'd be happy to do it. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.